Hey everybody, it's Paul from Alexandria Knife Sharpening and Laser Engraving. I am getting ready to do 2 urns, and they are wooden urns, and this is a picture of one that was made for another family member. You can see the quality of the engraving of the picture on the wood. It's decent, and I'm sure this was done years ago. And I just want to show you how incredible the quality now that you can do an engraving on wood has come in just the last few years. So I used my 20-watt diode laser to do an engraving of a picture that I need to put on this urn. And you can see it's decent. I would say this one here is very comparable to what you're seeing in this picture here. It's a little light. I would make this probably a little bit darker if that was going to be the final product. I wanted to compare it to all the lasers that I have in here, that I have the ability to do it. But my newest laser, the OMNI1, which has just been mind-blowing, and I believe a lot of the people in the laser engraving community are waking up right now to what these UV lasers are capable of doing. Let me show you what the OMNI1 did engraving this same photo. Would you look at that? Look at the resolution on that picture. Is that not truly amazing? And let me give you the one that we were just looking at to compare it to, side by side. Okay. I mean, it's night and day. If you're just looking at this by itself, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that's decent. But when you get really close, the detail is not there. It's a typical diode wood engraving. The beam width, which I've talked about before in other videos, of this UV machine is so tiny that it can do absolutely mind-blowing detail. I think they actually call this 16K is what they're calling it, but I don't know what the actual resolution is, but I mean you can see the difference literally in seconds. So we're gonna be doing that on these wood urn lids. I have 2 of them to do. Just really so excited about that. Like the amount of new jobs that I can take on and things that I can engrave because of the quality of this particular laser engraver, this OMNI1, are just mind-blowing. And I'm going to continue to show you guys more and more, but I just wanted you to see that because it's just really impressive. I'm going to be putting the client's mother's picture on the front of this urn, which he actually made himself. The hardest part of this entire job is really just the centering of everything and trying to get the picture exactly where I want it to be in the center. Feeling pretty good about my location. You can see I locked my frame in on 2 of the sides with these little fences that I made with my 3D printer. We are going to get started. I know a lot of people don't like to do things associated with funerals and I get it, but I will tell you this, there is absolutely a need for it. I get asked regularly. The only times I've kind of turned it down is because if it was something that I couldn't laser. So I've had people bring me in urns that I didn't feel confident laser engraving the urn, and most of them were like really decorative painted urns. But now with the OMNI1, which is this, cold laser that doesn't burn things or cause very little to almost no damage, I feel a lot better. And it was one of the reasons I absolutely wanted this laser, was to be able to do all those other things that I could not do. So let's get started. I'm going to get this engraving underway. This is a time lapse of the first pass. This was already finished, so I didn't want to go right at it. I wanted to make sure I got that finish off. This person that actually handmade this urn lid is going to refinish it a second time. So I just wanted to make sure that I kind of burned off most of whatever he used to finish it before I did the actual engraving. Because I wanted to do as little damage to this lid as possible, I decided I would just do multiple passes and work my way up slowly to the color and contrast that I wanted in this photograph. And it worked out really great with the OMNI1. You could barely even tell that it engraved it. So unlike a diode, which would have burned away a lot of the wood, the surface feels almost perfect. And what was really amazing when I did the name and the dates and everything, it actually really didn't even cut into the wood at all and just marked it absolutely beautifully. It came out really well. And I just kept doing another pass. So what you're seeing here is, I think this might be the final pass here before I went on and did the names. I'm going to leave the names and dates out just for the client's privacy. We'll leave it at that, but I just wanted to share this project with you. Don't be surprised if you get asked to do it. Having lost both my parents in the last couple years, I totally see the need for this. Funerals are extremely expensive. If you can help someone save a little money during a difficult time, I think that's always a nice thing to do. Also, don't be surprised if you get asked to do pet urns. I get these from time to time too. When people lose pets, they often get them cremated and might want their ashes put into something that they need engraved.